Kantowarrior no like to play with our Windex.
Hello YouTube and welcome to another battle video with Vensyth and Kantowarrior135, and this one is a little bit different, and you might notice why. So of course we start out with our favorite teams, the Rain Dance and the Sandstormin, and the Rain Dancing. So he uses the Rain Dance, and I use Stealth Rock, unlike usual. I would have, Earthquaked it, but I thought, you know what, he's just gonna Explosion me, and look, he explosions me, and then look what happens! Oh my god, it doesn't even take me to yellow! So I'm like, oh, I'm so smart! And then I slack off, and I'm like, oh, back to full health! Ah, no, that's Stealth Rock! Ah! So yeah, new way to play, and I'm doing pretty good so far. I'm like, alright, this is going great, this is going great. Sends out Kingdra. Like, this is usually where I get messed up. So I switch out and go back to my Relicanth, and my Relicanth is like, oh, I'm part water, give me a surf! And then he takes a surf, and then he doesn't do so well. He goes into, red, and I'm like, what the fuck? You're part water? You live in that. You live in the water. You shouldn't be hurt by the waves. So he uses surf, and it takes me down. And I was like, what? So now my Relicanth is dead. And I'm just like, my mind is like in a bumblefuck after that. I'm just like, part water type gets killed in water. Put a fire out with more fire. I don't know. So I sent out Cacturn thinking that with the Sandstorm I just put in there, he wanted me with surf, right? No, he hits me with fucking surf. What? More bumblefucking going on in my mind. So I was like, there's a giant bumblefuck in my mind. So I throw out a Beanie Baby, because, I need to go take a break and figure this bumblefuck out. So, I'm getting ready to Focus Punch, because I've been focusing so much, I'm like, oh, I can punch him with my focused energy into my fist about this bumblefuck in my brain. So he uses Outrage, because he's outraged that I figured it out. So he outrages my Beanie Baby. My Beanie Baby flies away into the wall, and then I hit it with my fist, my focused energy fist, and it takes it into the red. And now I'm going to punch it again, but faster, and with a sucker on it. Tootsie Pop. So I sucker punch it, and it goes down, and that's, yay, Cacturn just took out an OU, yeah! So he sends out, Kantowarrior, and I'm like, oh, crap, it's a Duck Mexican. What do I do against the Duck Mexicans? I'm like, I'm gonna send out a child's toy. This is the best idea ever. Send out a child's toy against a Duck Mexican. And the Duck Mexican throws Ice Beam at me, and the Ice Beam's taking it on a half. I'm like, what the fuck? More things I don't understand. Like, Totem usually takes special attacks pretty well, but for some reason this Ice Beam, non-stab, by the way, from a Ludicolo, takes me below half. I'm just like, what? So now the rain stops, and I send out Sandy to bring in the Sandstorm in business, and he's going to Rain Dance again. So this gives me the opportunity to Toxic it. So I Toxic it. And, that's a pretty bad idea. I probably should have just Earthquaked, because now, actually, no. Now in hindsight, it's a grass water type, so Earthquake probably would have done, nothing. So he uses Surf, and clearly it's going to kill me, because it's Rain, another 50%, and then Stab, another 50%, and then 2 times effective. So I was just like, what is that? 400 base damage? You're like, there's no way I'm looking to do that shit. So I send out Victor. Send out Victor to Sucker Punch the rest of this Consuela. Ah, you know what? Every time I say Victor, I say, hey, Victor, what about your dad? I should do that. That'd be way cooler than just saying Victor. So he sends out Scissory. And I'm like, this is not good. There's no way that Sucker Punch is going to kill that. And, he's obviously going to Bullet Punch. So he Bullet Punches me. And I switch out to Heatran. I'm just like, dude, I do this every time. Shouldn't you use something else, like Superpower or whatever? So now I Flamethrower it, and it dies. He's like, how did you outspeed me? And I'm like, I'm timid. But you outspeed me with timid? I'm like, yeah, obviously. Because it's really fast, you just don't know it. So now he sends out Shastido. His Kabutops. And I'm just like, I bet this is grass. I bet this is grass hidden power. So I click it, and then it doesn't do anything. I'm just like, what? More bumblefucking going on. So I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck would I give a Heatran then, besides grass type? So he hits me with a Waterfall, and it's going to kill me, because it's 4 times effective. I'm not even sure if Steel is weak to water, but whatever. So I send out Victor, and I use Sucker Punch, and then Shastido doesn't die, and then Shastido uses Waterfall, and then it kills me, because for some reason, that makes sense. So now my Victor's dead, and I'm running out of things to do. Send out Apples! My gigantic Rampardos with awesome attack stat, and then Choice Scarf, and then Jolly, and then I Rock Slide it, and I'm like, alright, this game is over! Your cool fish has no chance! So I use Rock Slide, and then this happens! And it's like, what? So now I lose this game because of some random accuracy hacks. There's like, I was yelling a bunch. So anyway, this battle is really fun. Message me, I'd love some more battles. Thanks, YouTube. I will see you later. Fuck you, Zach.